Hi again, Welonz. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Welonz. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I don't even read, now you're making me write. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not even accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Welonz always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Hey, why can't I be a girl? He helps me with busy work even without me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. I clean your room? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Oh, she's got the childhood advantage here. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Welonz can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Ugh, what do I do? Huh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I will make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Oh! I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It better be easy reading. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Oh, this is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Ew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. What happened to the poem sharing? How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? Marketing genius Sayori. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. That's attractive. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Oh, well, I guess we could… Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. Airhead. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Whoa! Perfect. Ah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. You're falling asleep. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Yeah, it's actually 12 a.m. right now when I'm playing this. Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Well, are you going to bed late? Not every day. Well, that's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gone up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is still sticking out all around here. I'll fix it for her. Oh my goodness, I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. I'm into this already. Okay, it's done. This is it. She's mine. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. You know, she probably doesn't have one because there's someone she likes already. Oh my goodness, whoa, you guys are close. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Ah!
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
She's a growing girl. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more because we don't have extra art of her blazer buttoned up.
Phew! That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So, that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. What do the other people in the club think about this? This whole entire interaction that they're probably staring at me for right now. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. I don't think she was joking.
Okay, everyone.
Huh? Monika suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Welonz, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Are we sharing with every... Oh no! We gotta pick! First, so we can show it to everybody, right? Oh, I wish it was in a group setting. Let's show it to Sayori. Feel like we got a good thing going on here, and I like her. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Welonz.
Huh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Welonz poem. And that makes everything feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Oh, that's really sweet of you to say. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one.
Yeah, it shows that I took the effort to do so.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Welonz. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. No, she doesn't have to know. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's cute. That's a cute poem. Cute poem. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you write it this morning?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
You're even worse than me. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
She's got a point.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Cool.
Are we gonna show it to everybody? We can show it to... maybe we'll just go in order here? I don't really have a preference. Monika seems like she's got her stuff going fine though, and these two people here, they're a bit more unconfident, so maybe we can give them some praise, and I'm interested to see what kind of poem they can come up with too.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
That's basically saying it's bad. So basically it's not cute enough for your tastes? Well, you're not cute enough for my tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Nah, that's not...
It's, it just didn't evoke any emotions,
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
Hey, I didn't say anything yet. I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? 'Cause she's really unconfident.
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try to take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of writing poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Yeah, people can try, but that's about it.
So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose.
Oh, you put a lot of thought into this.
It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah, so it seems like the first person I show the poem to, we get a longer scene, but the rest are maybe shorter? Or I don't know, maybe it's just because Sayori really liked my poem. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Sounds like she's gonna give me a smacking. Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad?
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate,
like rhyming too hard.
In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Not cohesive enough. Once Yuri finishes her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
Does she only like cute things?
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Whoa. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Oh. Whoa, this one definitely, without even knowing anything about writing poems, it seems to be like the most mysterious and well-written one.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read it.
No, I was trying to digest it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short. It's not short. It was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short?
What? It's the longest poem we've read so far.
I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Welonz.
Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, it was flickering back. Huh.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Okay. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really.
So far, of what we've seen, Sayori, I think she likes optimistic happy things, and then Natsuki likes cute things, and then Yuri likes eloquent things.
Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Alright, last but not least, Monika.
Hi, Welonz. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Welonz.
We're all a little embarrassed today, you know?
But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Oh, are you giving me pointers? Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Oh, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Oh. Well, that may be the case.
But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect.
The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case,
Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a cue for me to use depressing, scary words for my next poem. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most.
Okay. This conversation out of all the other conversations feels a little bit different, suspiciously different. Cause everyone has been talking about what my poem's actually about, but she's like helping me with the poem. And earlier, when we were actually picking the words for the poem, she was not one of those bouncing little cute figures there either, so I'm kinda feeling a little bit uneasy right now.
So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write.
Thank you for telling me that, because since I like Sayori, I was thinking, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll just keep doing cute fluffy things so that she'll like me, but yeah, I gotta find my own style.
It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
Oh,
that doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Whoa. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Huh. So you're trapped. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Huh. Okay, interesting. You guys are all really interesting poem writers.
So, what do you think?
It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. While performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that.
Realizing that you're trapped?
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand
and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. Because it's not cute enough for you?
I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh, come on. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Now's not the time, Yuri. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. So many things are wrong with this. But yeah, like sometimes people are not necessarily looking for suggestions. So just because you see something that could improve, maybe don't necessarily pick on it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Welonz did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
Which is not your poem.
Which I haven't yet. And Welonz liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Welonz appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh! And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Welonz started showing up. Oh!
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Welonz, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Welonz. Do I have to pick sides?
Wait! There's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste.
You understand that, right, Welonz? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Well, if you give me a third option, that's easy. Okay, but seriously though, Yuri is right in that words are meant to be used, but I can see where Natsuki is coming from because when you're doing like everyday talking, you don't want to make everything sound all convoluted. But we're writing poems right now. That's like the one area where you're allowed to use convoluted words without looking pretentious. So I actually think Yuri is right here, but in the interest of pissing both of them off, but getting along with Sayori, we're gonna go with the third one here. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Welonz. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Well then, don't ask me about your conflict! Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never! It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes! Stop! Natsuki, Yuri! You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they can give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Best girl, best girl. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. Hey, president, why didn't you say anything? I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Yeah, but you're not the leader. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. I feel like they're dropping a lot of lines with double meaning or irony for later on. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly. Welonz, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow.
Isn't that a little too soon?
And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Yeah, I'm not wanting to improve for myself at all. It's all about impressing the ladies.
Welonz, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Oh,
Sayori, about what happened earlier.
eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that.
For me!
I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
You know, Welonz, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
Oh, she's really sweet. Cause usually, wouldn't the childhood friend be like, oh my god, everyone is all friendly with my childhood friend, but I am the designated lover here. Why are you all getting all friendly with him? So it's nice to see that she doesn't have those jealousy tendencies at all. On the outside.
And I think everyone really likes you too.
What?
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. You mean, it looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of man I am. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this!